Hi guys. All right, good morning. Wow, this shirt is really kind of light, isn't it, in the sun? Okay, so I'm going to keep working on Juan's lunch for probably the next 3 days. And then we're going to run through the morning prep. So in the slow cooker so far, I already have 1 can of dark red kidney beans. I have a half a can of water, and I have a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning, my homemade Cajun seasoning. So I was going to do 2 meals. I think I'm just going to do the one and do the second one this evening, just for the simple fact that um, I don't want the cooking of the ground beef to wake him up. And with this being in the slow cooker, it'll be way easier and it won't wake him up. So to help my time, since now this is how we do our dinners, I have just decided to do the canned beans instead of doing the dry beans, because the dry beans can take a lot longer. But, you know, it's all good. And they got rinsed, so most of the salt and stuff is off of them. I normally do like doing dry beans, but in a time crunch, I'll do a can. So, just cutting up the sausage. So tonight we're going to work on prioritizing and different things on how to use your planner and to be more functional with it, to where things can't sneak up on you anymore, which will be fun, won't it? I do love creating my own planner, just because you can add so many different sections in there. I mean, as many as you want. I used to have recipes and everything else in there. Then the favorite recipe section got way too big, so I had to put the meals just in their own, you know, whatever. Not a big deal. Now I'm going to cut up an onion. Well, half an onion. And then after that, it's green pepper. And then I'm going to add some garlic. Recipe does not call for garlic, but you can't have red beans and rice without garlic. So I'm going to add some garlic. Now, let's cut my green pepper first too. Then I can add both of these at the same time. I may do the garlic too right away, because then I'm pretty much done with it. And I'll keep an eye on it with the water amount. So now, for the people that are in the South who make Cajun red beans and rice, you are probably sitting there screaming at the TV, or the phone, or wherever you're watching me going, that's not how you do it. Correct. And if I had proper time, I would be doing it a different way. And I would be using Andouille as well. But not using Andouille today. And I'm just doing it this way. I don't have enough room to do the garlic, so we're just going to do it this way. Get some garlic. And then we can start on our morning prep. 3 cloves. Garlic is good for you. So, just like I had a good little while after live last night. We actually watched a little Scorpion together. He has decided he wants to learn how to code so he can be like Ralph. Hi, Andrea. Little 9-year-old or 11-year-old genius in the show. Which, hey, I don't care. If he wants to start idolizing a little boy who's a genius and loves school, yeah, I'm all about that. All right, let's get these ends cut off here. Yeah, I think I'm glad that I'm only doing the one this morning. Like I said, the other one I will do tonight while we're talking planners and all that wonderful good stuff tonight. Andrea, have you checked your planner this morning? Thinking I'm going to redo my format on how I print out my recipes, so that way they can at least go in my journal when they're the current recipes I'm working on. And then after that, they can go into my recipes binder, especially if they're good. If they're not good, then they can just go into the I'm going to start the grill pile. All right, well, then you'll get a pass, Andrea. I am actually extremely shocked that the Giuseppe's still sleeping. Happy, but shocked. By the way, this is my absolute favorite knife. It is the Chopper by Pioneer Woman. I love this thing. All right. So I got everything else. Nope, I need a little watch your sister sauce. That smells yummy. All right. One's lunch is going. And I have a mess and a half going. but that's okay. All right. Okay, so here we go. Oh, only 10 minutes to get that going. I like that. All right, today's daily focus is a free day. Hence why we're going to do some meals tonight, because there is nothing to really do for that free day. So we're going to do my meal. We're going to talk about journaling. And everything's going to be or planning, and everything will be wonderful. Don't forget to get up, get dressed to shoes, hair, and face today. Yesterday I was having a session and I came up with the most wonderful phrase. Are you dressed to do or dressed to don't? So let's make sure we get dressed to do. Okay? Eat all our meals, drink all our water, take all our meds. Obviously, you see my plan for meals. I have another plan for water. I have already drinking 2 things of water. We're good to go. 15 minutes of loving movement. I will be doing my yoga as soon as I am off of my next session. Who's up? Daddy's up. Okay, Daddy's going back to bed. Because Daddy just went to bed like 3 hours ago. And then what is your plan to pamper yourself? Both of these, all of those go for us as well as kids. So let's make sure that it happens so that way we can get our kids set up on a good path. Andrea, I talked to my mom the other day and I asked her how it was, and what tricks and stuff like that they did to get me to clean my room as a teenager. And my mom said, honestly, she said, we just laid down our initial rules to where if you want friends over, your room has to be clean. And there has to be a path from your bed to the door and from your bed to your alternate escape route. If those things didn't happen, we were coming in and we were taking everything. So that is how they had me keep my room clean. Like I said, I was a little bit of a problem child. So they probably did not just want to deal with me. But my brother was the same way. So he had to have his room clean from his bed to the door, bed to the ulterior window. And then if he wanted to go have friends over, and then she said by high school, it started if we wanted to go out, our rooms had to be clean. So otherwise, when we went out, they were coming in and they were getting rid of everything. And they would have too. All right, cleaning. Don't forget to do your weekly home blessing. We did a lot of it last night, if you were with me, with our home blessing blitz. So the only thing yet to do is sheets and filing, if you followed along with the home blessing blitz last night. Don't forget to make your bed today, preferably with nobody else in it. Swish and swipe only takes about 90 seconds to keep everybody happy. Laundry, get that one full cycle done. That's all we're asking for. One full cycle of laundry. Not 2, not 4, 1. So try to really work on that one full cycle of laundry. Hot spots, 3 of them, 2 minutes each. Room rescues, 3 of them, 5 minutes each. I lost my door to my bedroom when I was in 7th grade. 8th grade. They took my bedroom door off and I didn't get it back because I was not studying when I should have been studying. Grades were extremely important in my family. So I lost my bedroom door. So they just closed the bedroom door. Um, your mission today is to declutter those knickknacks and decorative items that you have in your living room. Here's the deal with those. If you've only got them up because somebody gave them to you and you really don't like them, once they give them to you, they're your property. You can get rid of them if you want to. If you know exactly who gave them to you, you can always re-gift them to somebody else. Once you are given something, it is your property to do with what you choose. Also, if you have stuff that is sitting out and every time you cringe when you walk by it, let's move it to another place, even if that place isn't in your home. If you have stuff and you don't even want to do the upkeep on it, like dusting it or whatever, but you have no problem dusting other stuff, that's usually a good sign that it needs to go somewhere else, and that somewhere else is not in your home. So keep those things in mind. And also, the less stuff that's on a flat surface, the cleaner the area looks, which is what drives me absolutely crazy about my kitchen. And down there, I cleaned off some stuff, but most of the stuff on the, I don't know, what do you want to call it? The shelving units is not mine. So, because I like the looks of the flat surfaces. All right, kids, make sure 5 minutes in their room, make their bed this morning, and get their chores done today. Chore charts, chore jars. Brittany actually had commented on one of the videos. I think it's a wonderful idea, especially for those kids that are learning to get off of tablets and electronics and stuff like that. The I'm bored jar. You have them write down things, or you help them come up with ideas. Well, that's good, Andrea, because that means you have control over it. If it was other people's mess, you would have no control over it. This way, you have control over it. So it's just about working at it persistently, day in and day out, for a little bit at a time. And then keeping up with what you've already done. That's the hard part. The hard part is not the initial cleaning. The hard part is keeping up with it after you're already done. That is where the hard part comes. Kind of like we make the bed so we can mess it up again when we climb into it. I know that logic. But look at it this way, then it's just half the mess, because you've already cleaned it once. Otherwise, it would be twice the mess. I really need Juan to wake up so I can go in and get my other bra, because this one is not working with this shirt. Another reason why I'm wearing this right now. Okay, grab your planners. Here we go. Look at the AM goals that you wrote down last night. See, are they still applicable to today? Okay? If they're not, we need to change them. Next, look at what you wrote down for dinner tonight. Does that still work? Or did some things come up to where it's not going to work anymore? Well, then we need to change it. Or, oh, okay, I can help you. I can help you. I can help. But it's going to take some okay. When we go through that bad emotional time, and we all do, we all have our high days and low days and high days and low days. I had a client yesterday, and she has an A list and a B list. If she's having a good day, she does her A list. If she's not having a good day, she does her B list, which is considerably shorter than her A list. But she is still at least getting something done. So when we have those bad emotional times, sometimes even getting out of bed, it seems like we're trying to create a Nobel Peace Prize. Okay. So it's about listening to you and knowing what you can do. When you're having those bad emotional times, right? If we're getting out of bed and we're going and we're being with the rest of the family and the rest of the world, don't worry about anything that's out. But if you take it out, you're putting it back. So then at least you're not compounding the stuff that isn't done. You're keeping it at wherever it was before you had a bad emotional day. So if all you want to do is, I don't know, I'll talk for me because I know me best. Read and munch on food and eat ice cream. Then when you're done reading, the book goes back. The bowls go in the kitchen, they get rinsed out. The food gets put back where it was. But everything else that's around that might not be in place, that doesn't even get touched. So it's not about compounding it, it's about keeping it right where it is. So if you can't do anything, well, then you don't have anything put away. And then you can just focus on getting out of that bad emotional time. Do you need to pick up anything for dinner or anything like that? And then what appointments do you have? So do you need to check up with those appointments or anything like that? Just keep all that in mind. And that's why we have our planner, so we don't have to remember it. That's another thing too for the planner, Andrea, and everybody actually. I have quite a few clients that keep a section for how they're feeling, good days, bad days. Am I happy? Am I my one client has a bullet journal that she keeps her little chart in. Other ones just have like a little journal section in their book where they can write down notes. Today was a crappy day. Didn't feel like doing anything. This is what's going on. You know, and the only thing, if you're doing the journal wise, that I ask is that you be absolutely blunt with yourself. Don't coddle yourself in that journal. Be blunt. Because sometimes bluntness helps us. So, there's a lot of reasons to go gentle on yourself. Honesty is not one of them. We need to be blunt. This is the problem. I don't know why, or maybe I do know why. I don't know how to fix it, or maybe I do know how to fix it. I'm acting like an idiot because, or I'm really ticked off because blah, blah, blah decided to do this to me. Yes, then we have the worries of other people finding it. But you know what? Honesty is a wonderful thing because if you're honest, there's no disputing facts. We can dispute the interpretation of facts. Okay. Hold on. I can help you there. For every bad thing that you write down, you got to write a positive with it. Because for every bad situation, there is a silver lining in it. Whether you see it right away or not is another thing. Or no matter what, you have to write down 3 positives from each day. Even if it's something as simple of, I'm looking at the green side of the grass. So that way you're forcing yourself to look at positive parts, which is why I really do love the writing down 3 positive things, or taking the negative and flipping it positive. Let me see if I can give you an example, or give me an example if you have one, of something negative and have me flip it. Okay, I got it. Juan walked out of his job today. I don't know what we're going to do, but this is just ridiculous. I can't believe that he walked out on his job today. This is what I was thinking weeks and weeks and weeks ago. To flip that, he's definitely going to be much happier because he was completely miserable there. And now he gets a chance to do something that he is going to enjoy and be happy. We have enough money in the bank for 6 months worth of bills, barring emergencies. We can do this. Taking a negative, flipping positive spins on it. If Giuseppe would get into a fight. Giuseppe got into a fight today. Well, now he's been in a fight. Now he knows what a punch feels like. Maybe we'll start working a little bit harder on our training. Or for me, I'm really missing my little boy today, or my big boy, my Marine. Wow, I'm so proud of Dallas that he has worked so hard and was able to become a Marine and is doing stuff that he loves. Jensen, well, that little boy, he does things all around me that lets me know he's still here. So even the hardest things, we can flip them to where they're a positive. You know, that wonderful word, but, or not yet, constantly having that growth mindset. When I first started looking on the bright side of things, what time is it? Okay. It was really, really hard. It took a long time to learn how to flip. And now I pretty much flip it immediately, you know, which is why people get sick and tired of talking to me, because I tend to be eternally optimistic. But I have less wrinkles and I feel better because of it. So I'll take the eternal optimism over anything any day. So all right, guys, we will talk later on tonight. I'm going to be making, what am I making tonight? Philly cheesesteak sloppy joes. So I will talk to you later. Have a great one. Bye.